Hello Internet! I know it's been a while. So much for trying to post little and often, eh? Well, what can I say? For what it's worth, I have been playing with video editing and screencasting and that kind of stuff, so maybe the quality of the videos you get from me will be a little bit better in the future, and that might justify the time it takes, but for now, I can only apologise. So I'm going to try and keep this one fairly simple, and to that end, let's just grab an off-the-shelf format and do a postbag! Yay! Okay, alright, yeah, no, there is some significance to this postbag. Well, let's just get on with it, shall we? Let's open it up and see what's inside. How's the safest way to open this without cutting myself? Because I do not trust myself. There we go. Let's get that open. A mysterious white box. It's very light, and there's no movement. Of course, I know what this is, but you know. Oh bloody hell! Come on. There we go. Be gone. Now it's taped. Get the knife back out. Maybe I should be doing an AVE style unboxing. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a reciprocating saw to hand. Oh, come on, that must have been enough. Ah, you're gonna you were watching me be defeated by a box. A proud moment. A real proud moment, that is. So, let's open it up. A bag of air. I have always wanted a bag of air. Not just air, but earthenware air. Be gone. So, there are two items in here. And, well, there you go. If you know who they are, then you know what this is. So, I'll open this one first, because I know what it is. And this is a VGA shield for an Arduino. This is not particularly Plum related, but I do. In the past, I was looking for some kind of simple VGA shield for an Arduino. I have a quite nice old Samsung 17-inch monitor. It's a SyncMaster, and it's very nice, but it's only got VGA on it, so it'd be nice to try and get that used for something. But yeah, this they've implemented it with an FPGA. You see the Xilinx logo on there, and yeah, I'm going to have some fun with that later. But on to the main thing. This thing. Ah, they taped this one better. Come back, knife. There we go. Is that anti-static foam? I don't... I suppose. Doesn't really matter. But... This is a Mercury VGA. VGA. This is the VGA FPGA development board, and I quite like the look of it because it's a sort of dip package that can sit into a breadboard. Let's just. There you go. Yeah, that's gonna go in. There's quite a few pins, so I'm not going to force it just now, but. Yeah, so what's this for? Why have I got this? Well, I've got the Plum project, and that's ongoing and very slow going because obviously it takes a long time to prototype it, ensure that it works, and then build it really, really nice and tidy and get every wire really nice and straight, and then decide that, oh, actually, no, I wanted that chip over there instead, and redo the lot. So this is something that I can have a play with, and will probably just take away time from Plum, but oh well. And it's going to allow me to play with processor architectures, but in a chip. In that chip, it's an FPGA. It's a 200,000 gate or element array, FPGA, and I'm going to use it to basically. There's going to be a version of the Plum which will exist in an FPGA, and it's going to be the version of the Plum that I use when I want to play with sort of real computing. Some of you have commented and said that, well, you know, I'm not really going to get a great deal of speed of performance out of the breadboard implementation, and you're absolutely right, I'm not. But I'm fine with that because I don't build that for doing computing. You know, I have a laptop, I have a phone. I don't need it for computing, and I'm not very interested in, you know, what its performance is. I build that as an art piece, as you know, something to occupy the time, something that looks pretty, so that I can watch the lights flash. It effectively has an absolute absolute top speed, and that top speed is whatever it is that at which point I can't distinguish the lights changing state. I did have a play with the clock circuit on the, well, I'll say clock circuit. It's generated by the Arduino, but I did have a play with that, slowly increasing the clock speed to try and find at what point I could no longer distinguish the lights flashing, and I did reach that point. Can't remember what it was, but it wasn't in any meaningful unit, so there's no point in, you know, whatever. But while I could no longer distinguish I felt like I could just about see the lights flashing, but I also felt what I can only describe as an itch in the center of my brain. So yeah, I turned that off. So I don't want that to be very performant. If I want to do anything that's kind of cool and port real software, a real OS or something like that onto my architecture as far as it is, then that's going to happen in here. And that's what this is. Also, I just wanted to have a play with an FPGA, and yeah, as I say, the form factor appealed. The price point seemed decent, certainly compared to a lot of the FPGA development boards that you can get. But they all have a huge number of peripherals all integrated and built in. There is a base board that you can get for this. It's out of stock, so I didn't bother getting one. But what I really wanted was just, you know, the FPGA equivalent of one of these. And that's exactly what I got. Though I noticed this has the... hang on, the camera's up there now. This is the nice turned pins. Very nice, aren't they? Look at those. So much nicer than these just sort of straight, square, extruded things. Aren't they pretty? So, yes, I'm going to have some fun with this. I can only apologise that it's going to take time away from working on the breadboard version. But... yeah, we'll see what comes of it.